All right, guys. Here's our lineup today for Apple Valley Burnsville. We've got some forwards up front gone. So some notable changes here. Isaac is going to center the white line. Zach is moving to the left side of the gold line. Henry's jumping up to the left side of the white line. And we're moving Ty up from defense to play on the right side of the maroon line. Lane is starting in net. At defense, Nolan and Gavin are going to start as every other. And Coach Pat is going to kind of move you guys around as the game goes on to give those two guys a little bit of a breather from going every other. So every defenseman kind of be ready to jump in to the every other role. With everything in this lineup, this is how we're starting. Things will change throughout the game depending on what we may need to do up front, on the blue line, whatever it is. So be paying attention onto the bench too when we make some adjustments. All right, so just going to quickly show you guys again what we do on the face-offs. Okay. So we're going to line up our draws with the winger on the strong side being inside our defenseman. Okay. So let's say we win this draw. All right. So then that just quickly transitions us into this defenseman getting over to be an option for D to D. This forward then can get his movement going up like we worked out on our breakouts about moving upwards, presenting your stick to catch a pass. Okay. And then everybody just kind of reacts once we win the face-off like it's a normal breakout. Our center is coming across, swinging through the dot. This far forward is just going to kind of hang out a little bit until this defenseman goes D to D. And then he can start his breakout positioning. Okay? And remember defense to be active in this. Okay, you guys can jump up the ice too. So use all 5 guys to get the puck out. Okay? Biggest thing to remember with speed in the game, puck movement is what brings speed for a team. It's not necessarily all about how fast you're skating, but if you guys can pass the puck efficiently to each other, that moves the team up the ice quicker than anybody once on their own skating it. So let's say we lose this draw. The reason we have this positioning is it allows us to quickly go in to our defensive structure. So let's say this face-off was lost. And the puck is now at that defenseman, right? It allows us to try and get into this shooting lane, to try and block shots, okay? Our inside out for blocking shots. Let's say the puck has gotten down here, and this winger for the other team has just gone and got the puck. We're already in our structure here. Our center is already down to help this defenseman. This winger is already in a good spot. And this defenseman and forward, this winger on the weak side, already in our defensive spots. It's hard to get into your structure immediately if we're leaving this winger over here on the draw and there's nobody on the boards. So now we got to fight through all this traffic to get there. So just a reminder there on how we're lining up on our face-offs in our own zone. What we do when we win the puck, what we do when we lose the draw, straight into our defensive structure. Last thing here, guys, before we wrap this up. We did an okay job at using the Royal Road last week. But we definitely gave up some goal-scoring opportunities pretty quickly a couple times. There's one point where this is Henry. He had the puck. We had a turnover right at the blue line. It was a good job by the maroon line to force turnover. Okay, he had a teammate over here, I believe it was Storm. And they just had one defenseman. And in this scenario, what we'd want is for Henry to carry the puck out here, force this defenseman to not have to commit to him, and we have our Royal Road opportunity. But what Henry did in this situation, and I definitely noticed it in a couple other times too, it wasn't just Henry, is Henry got this puck, and he kind of immediately engaged with this defenseman. He did get a shot off, but the shot took place at about here. Maybe even outside the Royal Road. It might have even been back here. It was right along that dotted line. But what it did is it took Storm completely out of the play. He had to shoot the puck from up here, whereas if this winger takes this puck wide along the dots, we can take that shot right there. Because this defenseman, having to guard both guys, is going to kind of float down the middle. So even if he takes away that pass and doesn't make that pass an option, he plays it very well. The difference in shooting from up here and here are drastically a better chance at scoring. So let's remember, when we turn over pucks, when we enter the zone, let's cast our eyes around a little bit and look for some Royal Road opportunities today. Whether that be a shot that goes far pad, okay, or where it's just simply passing the puck for the Royal Road chance. All right, I recommend, guys, leaving a little bit early. The game is listed at Apple Valley High School. I'm not 100% sure how the access into the rink is going to go, so let's try and be at the rink 15 to 20 minutes early, and that kind of gives you guys a 5 to 10 minute buffer to find the entrance and make sure we're in on time. All right, I'll see you guys later today. Go Cougars.